we are back. Ash is 3 months old, and now that he is at this age, I am realizing which products were my absolute must-haves when he was a newborn until now. First off, I'm going to tell you there is going to be a giveaway somewhere in this video, and I will tell you all the information as you keep watching. Number one is I am obsessed with pacifiers, and he is too. This is just a really simple AVENT pacifier. It was really, really cheap. I actually bought these pacifiers as bless you. I bought these pacifiers for my husband when I was first pregnant, and it turns out we use these all the time. Sharzad said it best. My friend Sharzad said it best. She says these are a mute button, but they're very soothing for him. I didn't want him to use a pacifier in the beginning, and then finally a friend of mine was like, just go with it. To be honest, we used him more in the very, very beginning, and now he's really not as interested, so I'm not worried about the pacifier as much as I thought I was going to be, because I thought he was going to be really dependent on it, and he's not. Second thing, it's probably the must-have. I have started buying this for all of my girlfriends who are pregnant as a baby shower gift because it was the most amazing thing for me. Snuggle Me Organic. It has a cover on it right now, but this thing is amazing. This has been kind of a godsend. I bought different covers for it, but if you see, it kind of just looks like a little bed or something. And what it does is when you lay the baby down in it, it kind of gives him a little hug, and it keeps them all in one place. And sometimes, you know, he would get a little bit of reflux, and so I would put his head up here like a pillow. I don't know if that's what they want you to do, but I started doing that, and he has slept in this ever since. When in those first couple of weeks of being home with him, I feel like I was right here on the couch every single day, just delirious and feeding him constantly, and I needed a place to put him down while he slept between each feeding, and so I would keep this right next to me on the couch, and then at night I would keep this in the bed with me because I would end up letting him co-sleep with us. This also fits into a bassinet because of the shape of it, but because we had this, he used that at first, and then we were able to move this into his crib, and that is what he uses right now. So he's already sleeping in his crib. He's been sleeping in his crib for at least a month now, and it's because of this thing, and he loves it. I'm really sad because he's starting to get a little too big for it. I think he has maybe a month left in it because it's just for newborn to 6 months. So I'll just pass it on to a friend who will need it. This is called the Miracle Blanket, and it is a swaddle for dummies because we could not get this kid to stay in a swaddle. And it's mostly because we were just really bad at swaddling. We had the nurses at the hospital show us, I don't know how many times. I was in the hospital for 4 days, and each new nurse showed us how she swaddled, and we could not master the swaddle with a real swaddle. We were at his first appointment at 2 weeks, and we told the doctor she asked us, "Are you sleeping at all?" And we were like, "No, not sleeping whatsoever." And she recommended the Miracle Blanket. She even said it's such a miracle. It makes it kind of foolproof for you. So you lay the baby down, and then you wrap each of his arms in, and you put it underneath him. Then you wrap this over, and you wrap it completely around him, and then he is completely swaddled. I kid you not, he is like Houdini, and he cannot get out of this. Or actually now he's trying to at 3 months, but he could not get out of this in the beginning, and so what we would do is we would swaddle him in this, put him in the Snuggle Me in his crib, and he started sleeping. I thought Boppy only made those pillows for breastfeeding, but they make these, and it's a Boppy for the baby, and he just goes and sits right there. This has been in so many of my pictures on Instagram, and a ton of people have asked me, what is that he's sleeping on? First off, this has a tag that says the baby should not sleep on it, and I think they have to do that. They have to say that because you can't leave the baby unattended, but if I'm sitting right here working on something on my computer and I need a place to put him, he has loved being in this thing. It is super comfortable. I take it with me. Sometimes he goes on video shoots with us, and I take it with me and he sits in it, you know, when we read to him, anything. This is where he sits. You don't want to wake the baby up. Baby is sleeping in the middle of the night. That is a godsend. You want him to stay sleeping, so you want a zipper onesie. All those really cute outfits like pants and tops and hats and all these even little cardigans and sweaters. I I had so many people give me these adorable, adorable gifts, and I wish I would have returned all of it and just gotten onesies. They are so easy to put on a baby, and they make complete sense. It covers his feet, it is full body. You can also get some, I have another one from Primary. This one is footless, so if it's a little bit hot, and it is so much easier than trying to use, a onesie that has to go over his head, or, I absolutely hated having to put something over his head in the middle of the night because he was sleeping. So these zip-up onesies have been kind of life-changing, and really it's all I put them in. This is another one. So many brands make this. This is Burt's Bees. It's just so fast. It's like you become like a magician. This one is too big for him, so I haven't washed it yet. This is a buttoned-up one. Button is great too, but see, you'll see, like, there's that difference right there. Because I think the zip-up onesies are such a must-have. I'm doing a giveaway with Primary. I love this brand. They make really straightforward colors. There's tons of colors to choose from. They have tops, they have these zip-up onesies, footless and with the foot covered, and then they also have lots of fun, just like outfits for all, like for boys and for girls, for newborns, for kids. It's just really great quality clothing, and it's basics for babies, and I love that because I don't think that they have to wear so many different colors and designs and everything. You look so cute in just one color. So here's how you enter the giveaway. You go to my Instagram, and then you go to Primary's Instagram. Both of them are right here on the screen. You follow us, and then you tag your friends on the post that I have for this giveaway on my Instagram. Tell them that this might be a brand that they love. Tell them that they need to get zipper footies. In a week, we'll go ahead and choose a winner, and you'll get a $100 gift certificate to spend on anything on Primary.com. Tell all your friends all about Primary and that they need to enter this giveaway, and then we will choose a winner randomly in a week. Let's continue. He is passed out on one of the must-haves. This is an Aiden and Anai swaddle. I think they've basically cornered the market when it comes to swaddles and to burpees. We want him to be really comfortable wherever we have him, and we want him to be able to lay on our sofa or to, be in his boppy and stuff like that. But we want him to also not mess those things up right away, so we put blankets everywhere. I put them over his car seat if it gets too sunny and I don't have anything to cover it. I use it to wipe his mouth sometimes when he's spitting up. These have been absolutely amazing. They're warm, they're super, super soft. They're just really cute, and they match the burpees. I did not know how many of these things, these burp wipe pad things that I would need. You just throw it over your shoulder, or you can put it on him like a bib. We have several of them in his diaper bag. We have, I just keep them in my car. I keep them in our bed. I keep them on my night table. These, thankfully, have been so helpful. And I'll tell you, I think you should use these if you can over some kind of a rag or anything like that, because they're so thick. I never feel like the liquid gets through them. And you use these all day long before you have to wash them. You just don't, you won't know how many you need. It's pretty amazing. Still on the topic of keeping this guy nice and dry and cleaning him up, these are water wipes. I had them in my diaper bag video. A friend of mine had told me in the very beginning, I was asking her, what wipes do you use? Which ones do you prefer? Is there a brand that you love? And she was like, oh, I don't use wipes on a newborn. And even at the hospital, they weren't using wipes on they weren't using wipes on him. They were just wetting these little like gauze wipes. I decided I didn't have time for that. Their skin is just so sensitive. Why do you want to use something that has all these chemicals in it? And now that I know especially how much this kid can poop, it's unbelievable. They're pooping machines. At least he is. I have this philosophy that I try everything that I'm gonna use on him if I can. I tried a couple of different brands and I used it on my face, and some of those wipes left like a really gross taste on my lips after I wiped my lipstick off, and I didn't like that. I wouldn't want that on me, so why would I use that on him? So water wipes have been awesome. I get them on Amazon. Amazon Prime. Let's talk about that. Amazon Prime is a definite must-have. Like, if you aren't an Amazon Prime member, get Amazon Prime before you have that baby, because it is amazing how much we use that. That first couple of weeks when we brought him home, there were so many things we were sending back, and there were so many things that we were ordering, and the fact that you can get some of these products the same day or like 2 days later is so, it is so helpful. You just start to realize all the things that you need and all the things you don't need. And I had my registry on Amazon, and that was also really helpful because we could exchange stuff and just, you know, get everything that we absolutely needed, and that has been so helpful. So Amazon Prime is also a must-have. Staying on the category of clean, I bought. So these are washable. We put them on top of the changing pad. The changing pad has its own cover, but we never ever have to change that really because we have these. And these are awesome because you're not worried about having to change the cover all the time. And these are so much cheaper than buying several different covers for the actual changing pad. So I recommend these. Speaking of washcloths, these itty bitty washcloths, I kind of thought like, oh, you know, I don't really need washcloths that are specific for a baby. They were on my registry and someone bought them for me, and I started using them. And I realized I love these. I just, you know, run them under some warm water, and then I wipe his face, just make sure that he's clean. I wash his hands with these. This one is just, you know, it's so easy to use on him. Bath time. Let's talk about bath time. I don't bathe him too much, but when I do, I love this Pudge tub. It fits right into our sink. You just fill it up with some water, and it's, you know, it makes him feel really like safe and secure, and it's awesome because you can just hang it, and it's made of this material that is antimicrobial, and it just dries really, really, really fast. I also have this big sponge bath thing. It's like a mat almost, and it's just, it looks like a big sponge, and it soaks up all the water, and I feel like it keeps him really nice and secure and warm. He has so much more fun on that sponge. That thing is so cheap too. It was like $8 on Amazon. I recommend the Pudge tub, and I recommend that sponge. Those are both really, really good. Also, when I give him a bath, I love this. This is from Skip Hop, and it is a little whale, and you fill it with water, and it has this little thing right here that keeps the water, so when you put it on top of their head to rinse their heads off, you just pour the water and it helps rinse off their hair. You know, you can use any kind of like scoop type thing, but this one holds a lot of water in it, and it's just really cute, and I love that when you place it on his head, it just, you know, it keeps that water from getting onto his forehead. In the bath, he had terrible cradle cap. And I realized, actually from a doula that I spoke with, that I should have been brushing his scalp early on before he even got the cradle cap. So I got this, and it has been super, super helpful. I use this shampoo. It's for cradle cap and dry scalp. It's free of all those bad toxins and stuff. But before I even started using this, I used all of your guys' tips and did like the whole coconut oil soak and everything. But now that it's gone, this is all I use, and it has been really, really helpful. Also, for his nighttime routine, a friend got me this. It's called Jai Baby Balm, and it has a really nice lavender scent to it. I use it on his forehead, I use it on his cheeks. He had some like dry patches on his elbows for a while, so I started putting this on him, and I just use it every single night on his cheeks as the part of the bedtime routine. And I feel like that lavender helps him kind of get in that mode, and he just knows it's time to go to sleep. I am so jealous of all those women that have, like, you know, all the little wraps and everything, and they carry their babies everywhere on them. My baby didn't take to that. I don't know why. I have a Solly wrap, I have a Moby or MOBA wrap, something like that. I have an Ergo baby, which I'm pretty sure he's going to start growing into because I keep trying to push the Ergo baby on him, but I had gotten on my registry an infant insert for it. None of those things work. So what I recommend is you don't get any of those things until you kind of have a sense of what your baby's gonna like. And they're not cheap. Those things can be anywhere between like $50 to $100, and I have not used any of those. So what I do recommend is this. It is a Soothe shirt, and it is by Lalaboo. I think I'm pronouncing that brand right. This is such a genius item. So if you look closely, it looks like a tank top with something happening. What this is, it's like a kangaroo pouch. It's not completely a baby wearing product in the sense of you can't go handless, you have to use at least one hand. But when they're super teeny tiny and you want to get up and move about, and you don't want to just like have both of your hands always full, and you just wear it like a regular top, you know, easy to breastfeed. You take the baby out and you just, you know, pop it out. I like this. I think this is a good way to kind of find that in between of the baby wearing. Okay, so places to put the baby. What ended up working out for him was this swing by Fisher-Price. He gets to swing back and forth and sometimes falls asleep, but you get to snap him in and you know he's secure and snug and not going anywhere. So if you're by yourself and you need to go to the bathroom or anything like that, you know that he is perfectly fine. Or if you just want to go make some coffee really quick, you know, it's helpful to keep the baby busy. We use the baby Bjorn, the bouncer, the baby Bjorn bouncer. We use that all the time now. We didn't use it the first month. I thought that was going to be one of those products that we just absolutely don't use, which is actually a tip. Sometimes they just need to grow into it. He's now grown into that. That is his favorite seat now, even more so than the Boppy because he's getting big for that. And the absolute last thing is check out the Baby Zen Yo-Yo Plus stroller. It is awesome. I'll probably do a whole other video on it. This guy is done, so check out that stroller. It's not cheap, but it has been awesome. I will talk to you guys soon. Give this video a thumbs up. Say bye. Why are you so upset? I think he's hungry. Bye, guys.